Hello everyone, welcome to wrestletalk. This wrestletalk is wrestletalk Legacy. So here we go. First, starting out with Manu Alpha Anoa Jr., born on October 6, 1984. Um, he was born into the Noai family, the famous Noai family, more commonly known for the Rocks family. Other ring names were Manu, Alpha Jr., Alpha, and Mai Tana Anu. He is 6'2", 290 pounds, billed from Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, trained from Alpha Anoa, Lloyd Anoa, and Samuela Anoa. Debut August 28, 1998. We'll go to his in wrestling right now. His finishers were the frog splash, lights out, which was the belly to back suplex lifted and dropped into an elevated neck breaker, people's headbutt, which is a diving headbutt, Samoan storm, fireman's carry, wheelbarrow, facebuster, and stormitator, which is a side slam. Signature moves are the Samoan thunder, sit out, powerbomb, Samoan drop, and moonsault, among others. His time in the WWE was fairly short. He didn't even have any titles in the WWE, but he had titles elsewhere, like in World Extreme Wrestling. He was the television champion there one time, the hardcore champion there 3 times, and the heavyweight champion there one time, among other championship accomplishments. Personal life-wise, obviously he's a member of the Noai family. He's related to Roman Reigns, The Rock, the Usos, Yokozuna, Umaga, Rikishi, among others. He has the Samoan tattoo on his arms, like many of the other Samoan wrestlers. He was a defensive lineman in football. He currently is in the independent circuit, wrestling under the name Alpha Jr., which, if you guys do not know who Alpha is, he's a member of the Wild Samoans. This is the son of him. With that said, there's pretty much not a lot to talk about him. We're going to move on to Ted DiBiase Jr. Ted DiBiase Jr., or his real name, Theodore Marvin DiBiase Jr., Theodore Marvin Ted DiBiase Jr., born on November 8th, 1982, is a retired professional wrestler now. He was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but was billed from Madison, Mississippi. His ring names were only Ted DiBiase and Ted DiBiase Jr. His height was 6'3", 225 pounds. He was trained by Chris Youngblood, Harley Race's Wrestling Academy. He debuted in 2006 and retired in 2013. In wrestling, his finishers were the Dream Street, which is the Cobra Clutch Slam, the Dream Crusher, which is the Cobra Clutch Leg Sweep, and the $1 Million Dream, which is the Cobra Clutch, adopted from his father, the famous Ted DiBiase. His signatures are the Fish Drop, Half Nelson Backbreaker, and the Diving Foot Stomp, among others. In the WWE, the only titles he held were the tag team titles twice with Cody Rhodes and the $1 Million Championship. And then outside of the WWE, the only titles that he held were the Fusion Pro Tag Team Champion with Mike DiBiase II and FCW Southern Heavyweight Championship one time. Personal life. His grandfather was Iron Mike DiBiase. His grandmother Helen hailed, and his father Million Dollar Man, Ted DiBiase are all professional wrestlers. His older half-brother Mike and his younger full brother Brett are also professional wrestlers. DiBiase and his brother Brett inducted their father in the Hall of Fame for WWE. In other media-wise, he was in the movie The Marine 2 as the main character Joe Linwood. He also appeared on the Late Night Show, The Tonight Show, with Conor O'Brien, along with Cody Rhodes, The Great Khali, Big Show. And he owns his own YouTube channel, The debiase Posse, which focuses on his life outside the ring. Pretty much that's it, I think, for him. We're gonna move on to Goldust. Goldust, more commonly known as Dustin Patrick Reynolds, born on April 11th, 1969, who is still currently in the WWE. He was born in Austin, Texas. He has one child, Dakota Avery Reynolds, born in 1994. His other ring names are the artist formerly known as Goldust, Black Rain, Dustin Rhodes, Dustin Reynolds, Dusty Rhodes Jr., Goldust, Lord Goldie, and 7. He's 6'6", 232 pounds, built from Hollywood, California, or the deepest, darkest corner of his mind. Trained by Dusty Rhodes and Scavador Ekbar. Debuted on September 13th, 1988. In wrestling, his finishers are the Hush Hush, Sweet Charlotte, Good Night, Sweet Charlotte, which is the Cobra Clutch with body scissors, the Shattered Dreams, or the Golden Globes, which is the running low blow kick in the corner of a hung opponent. Golden Age was the reverse STO, Final Cut, which is a swinging vertical suplex, and the Curtain Call, which is the lifting, falling, inverted DDT, or a hangman's neckbreaker. As Dustin Rhodes, the DDT, the diving clothesline, the Lone Star State of Mind, which is a lifting, falling, inverted DDT, and the spinning side slam. As Black Rain, the Blackout, which is the kneeling face buster. Darkness Falls, which is a jumping leg lariat, and the I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. The swinging vertical suplex. He had many signatures, including the bionic elbow, the director's cut, or shock treatment, which is the snap, scoops, pow slam, and the diving hurricanrana, among others. He was a manager. His managers were many managers like Hornswoggle, Blue Dust, Luna, and Marlena, and Oksana. Championship-wise, he had many championships throughout his career, but more commonly in WWE, he is a tag team champion in WWE and World Tag Team Champion, along with his brother Cody Rhodes and Booker T. The Intercontinental Champion 3 times and the Hardcore Champion 9 times. He won 4 Slammies in the WWE. And in WCW, he had many championships as well, including the Tag Team titles, the United States Heavyweight Championship, the 6-Man Tag Team Championship, and the Tag Team Champions. Personal life. His father is the famous Dusty Rhodes, and his half-brother Cody Rhodes also currently wrestles on WWE as Stardust. His sister Kristen Reynolds Ditto, who was a former Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. He made his feature film debut as Preacher Woodward in the 2014 film Meet Me There. We're going to move on to his brother, Cody Rhodes, more commonly known as Cody Garrett Reynolds, born on June 30th, 1985. His ring names are Stardust, Cody Reynolds, and Cody Rhodes. He was born in Marietta, Georgia. He is currently married to Eden Styles, or on WWE Brandy, which is the ring announcer. Build height 6'2", 222 pounds. Built from Charlotte, North Carolina, Marietta, Georgia, or stars from the Milky Way or the Fifth Dimension. Trained by Al Snow, Bruno Sassy, Dusty Rhodes, or Glacier, and debuted in 2006. He starred in movies such as, well, not movies, but TV shows such as The Tonight Show with Conor O'Brien, Warhouse 13, Food Network Challenge, and The Surprise Surprise. His finishers are as Stardust are Dark Matter, which is a modified reverse STO, Diamond Dust, which is a somersault inverted face lock jawbreaker, and the Queen's Crossbow, which is a rolling cutter. As Cody Rhodes, the Crossroads, which is the rolling cutter, and the Silver Spoon DDT. Signatures as Stardust include the Fallen Star, which is a springboard senton, and the Star Effect, which is the sit-out side slam. Cody Rhodes, the Alabama Slam, which is a double leg slam, and the Bulldog, sometimes from the second rope, adopted from his brother, the Goldust, among others. Championship-wise, again, like his brother Goldust, he had many championships in and outside of the WWE. In the WWE, more specifically, he has the WWE Tag Team Champions 3 times, WWE World Tag Team Champions 3 times, and the Intercontinental Champion 2 times, and 2-time Slammy Award winner. Personal life, he is the nephew of former wrestlers Jerry Sags and Fred Ottoman, and the godson of Magma TA. He's a comic book fan. He is currently in a relationship with Brandy Reed, or WWE ring announcer Eden Styles, where they're married. And he inducted his father along with Dusty Rhodes in the Hall of Fame. Or along with Dustin Rhodes in the Hall of Fame, sorry. With that said, we are going to move on to our last person, Randy Orton. Randall Keith Orton, born on April 1st, 1980. In Knoxville, Tennessee. He has one child. His only ring name in the wrestling was Randy Orton. He's 6'5", 250 pounds. Built from St. Louis, Missouri. Trained from Bob Orton Jr., Ohio Valley Wrestling, South Broadway Athletic Club, and Mid-Missouri Wrestling Alliance, and debuted in March 18th, 2000. He starred in movies That's What I Am, 12 Rounds 2, Reloaded, and The Condemned 2. His finishers are the Full Nelson Slam, the Ozone, which is the overdrive, RKO, which is a jumping cutter, and the running punt kick to the opponent's head. His signature moves include the drop kick, the elevated DDT, and the European uppercut, among others. In the WWE, more commonly, he had a lot of championships, including World Heavyweight Champion 4 times, World Tag Team Champion 1 time, World Rumble winner 2009, and the Intercontinental Champion 1 time. And he's a 1-time Slammy Award winner. With that said, I think we're going to end out with his personal life. He has one daughter. He had a U.S. States Marine Corps tattoo on his left arm, among other tattoos, and he went on tour